Hi, I'm Kate and welcome to my first YouTube video, I guess. So first of all, just a bit about me. My name is Kate Fowler, I am 18 years old and I live in the lovely northeast of England, kind of near Newcastle. So I am an actress, singer and dancer and an aspiring musical theatre performer, which is just so fun. And in September, hopefully, I will be training at Performance Preparation Academy in Guildford on their musical theatre foundation course, which I am so excited about. So today I just thought for my first video I would do sort of a get to know me style Q&A, and I asked some of my lovely friends to send in some questions, and also some people on Twitter sent some in. So I got quite a lot of questions. Like, I was impressed with the amount of questions that I got. So I haven't been able to do all of them, but I will try and answer most of them, and hopefully your questions in. And I'm really excited to answer some questions, so let's go. It's gonna be fun. So the first question I'm gonna answer is absolutely perfect to start them all off, and this is, why did you want to start YouTube? Well, basically, I just thought I've always wanted to do it, but I've never really just gone for it. But since we're all stuck in our houses, I've got plenty of time in my hands, and I thought, why not just go for it? I love watching YouTube videos. I spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos, and I think it's so nice just to see normal people rather than watching people on TV. So yeah, I just thought, why not go for it? Number 2 is from @oopsjdm on Twitter, which is my lovely friend Mel. She's amazing, and she asked me, first ever musical you loved. So I think that would be Chitty Chitty Bang Bang when I was about 3 years old, or Mary Poppins. So when I was about 3, I used to dance to them all the time when I was little. I would watch them over and over, and now I subconsciously know all the words to them, even though I don't remember learning them all. I just watched it so many times. So one of those two, but Chitty Chitty Bang Bang I think was my first ever love. But then if we're talking about obsession, then it'd be when I was a bit older, Wicked, and I still love Wicked to this day. It's one of my favourite musicals ever. Number 3, oh, I love this question, and it is from my lovely friend Sophie, who I miss so much. So Sophie said, where do you find all this confidence and positivity? You're amazing, girl. Oh, Sophie, you're amazing. Anyway, where do you find all this confidence and positivity? That is a hard question, because you don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm so happy and I'm so confident, da 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 da. That's not how it works, even if it looks like it sometimes on social media and stuff. It's not always like that. I don't know, I think it's changing your mindset, which is the hardest thing, but that's what's gonna have the most effect. So finding positivity, I just sort of try and focus on the good things in the day rather than the bad things. Limiting time on social media is really helpful. I mean, I do spend a lot of time on social media, I've got to be honest, but seeing who you're following and monitoring if they're joyful, happy accounts or things that aren't making you feel good, then just unfollow them. I also spend a lot of time doing meditation. Yoga are excellent for positivity, I think. Just focusing on what makes you happy, just doing what you like to do. And confidence wise, the main thing is just not comparing yourself to other people, and also just not worrying about what other people think of you. Just at the end of the day, it's your life, not theirs. Just do what you want, and it is easier said than done, but that's just my opinion. This is from my lovely best friend Lucy Prince. I love her lots. She said, best memory. This is quite hard. I have a lot of good memories. For me, oh, it's so hard. I think my best memory is when I danced at the Royal Albert Hall in London. That was just insane. To be able to dance somewhere which is so well known in the theatre industry, and so many performing arts things have been there, really big events. The main thing being the Phantom of the Opera 25th anniversary, the fact that that was there and then I was there after that. That is actually mad. Just having the opportunity to perform there is something I'll forever be grateful for. So grateful. I feel like I don't even deserve that, because it was just the best experience and one of my favourite memories ever in the world. 5 is from one of my other best friends, Abs, at Abs Hill on Instagram, and she asked me what my top 5 musicals are. Well, this is quite a hard question because I'm a bit of a I'm a bit of a theatre geek, so this is quite hard for me. But right now, as of now, my top 5 musicals would be Wicked, which is always in the top. Les Mis, which is always in the top. Legally Blonde, which is pretty much always in the top. Ghost, and my fifth one changes all the time, but right now it's Phantom of the Opera. Honourable mentions go to Six and Waitress, and a lot of others, and Spring Awakening as well. Number 6 is also from Abs, and she asked me what my favourite dance styles are. That is a bit tricky. I like all styles of dance really, but I would say my favourite dance styles are probably jazz and musical theatre jazz, because I'm stagey. And also I really love tap, like a really showy, like 42nd Street style tap is just amazing. I love tap. And I also really like lyrical, because like the emotion and everything. But if I was going to pick one, because I've picked a few there, I would probably say jazz. My next question is from @georgia.t_ on Instagram. Georgia is so lovely. And she asked me, where would you like to take your passion for arts in the future? So obviously, as I said, I am training to become a professional musical theatre performer. However, of course that is like my biggest dream ever, and I want to perform, like whether that's West End, on touring, regional productions, anything, literally anywhere, just give me a stage and I'll sing for you. However, I think it's so important, like, to make musical theatre mainstream and sort of bring that into society and maybe teach it to kids who wouldn't have got the opportunity in the past. Although I definitely want to perform for a long time, I also see myself like teaching, because like the teachers who've taught me in the past in art subjects have really impacted me a lot, and I'd love to be able to do that to people in the future as well. Kate Wynn on Instagram, this was so nice, has asked me, in hindsight, would you have changed anything about your drama school auditions? So this year I was auditioning from December last year, December 2019, to February this year. So I had about 10 auditions, I think, in between that time. I don't know, because looking back, you always would have changed things. But I'm sort of like believing in like everything happens for a reason. So yes, I might have been like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but I learned something important from doing something wrong, or not necessarily doing something wrong, but doing something that I would have changed now. If I was changing anything, I probably wouldn't have started auditioning so early. Although it's good now because I got all my auditions over before Corona and didn't have to do online auditions, which I know have been really hard for some people. I think just starting quite early is quite daunting, especially because my first auditions were for quite big drama schools, and I don't know if I was quite ready for that, but I felt prepared. So I don't know if I would change that necessarily, because I felt prepared, but looking back, maybe I wasn't as prepared as I thought. But it is what it is, you know. Drama school auditions are stressful, but you can't really dwell on them. Once it's over, as long as you did your best, that's all you could have done. Next question is from my lovely friend Jess, and she asked me what my favourite quote is. And that sounds so cringe, but I actually do have a favourite quote. So my favourite quote is by the lovely Sierra Bogas, who is one of my favourite performers ever. She is incredible in everything she does, and I just think she's amazing, and she's so inspiring as well. And one quote that she says, which I have used my whole life, well, not my whole life, ever since I knew of her, I've used this quote for everything, and it is, "You are enough, you are so enough, it's unbelievable how enough you are." And I just think that is such a nice quote. I think that is such a nice quote because a lot of people spend time doubting themselves, and yeah, it's just so motivating and inspiring. So the next question, I think it was Abs who asked me this, but I might be wrong, is what is on your bucket list? I don't know. I think the main things on my bucket list would be to perform on the West End, definitely is on. To perform at the Olivier Awards. I've always had such a dream of performing at the Olivier Awards. I mean, winning an Olivier Award would be a lovely one. Once I wanted to visit every city in England, and then I thought, that's a bit hard. So let's stick to winning an Olivier because that's easier, right? My next question is from, I think this is how you pronounce it, Ciara or Kiara M. Cook on Twitter. And she said, how are you spending isolation? Most days I do either a fitness class or a dance class or both, or yoga, do meditation every day. But also I'm spending a lot of time watching Netflix, watching YouTube, on Twitter, TikTok, eating, all that fun stuff. So I'm having a good balance between being productive and just doing what I want. But I think that's good. You don't have to do something more like motivational all the time. Just like do what makes you happy. And if you want to work out, that's great. If you want to eat 10 bars of chocolate, you do you, sis. You do you. Abs also asked me the next question, which is, what song best describes your life? I mean, can I say Dancing Through Life from Wicked? I'm gonna say Dancing Through Life from Wicked because I just feel like all the time I'm just grooving and dancing my way through life. And Abs also asked the question, favourite song to dance to? And I think that would literally be any song from Six the Musical. I feel like they just have such a bop to them, but especially the song Six, because that is just iconic. So the next question is from my lovely friend Fern on Twitter, and she asked me, what is your favourite takeaway and what is your go-to order? Now, I'm a big fan of takeaways, I must say. My favourite is definitely pizza, and I love Domino's, especially for the garlic sauce. My go-to order would probably be some of the garlic bread, some wedges, and either a pepperoni or a ham and pineapple pizza, because yes, pineapple does belong on pizza, okay? The next question is from my lovely friend Fran, and thank you so much for this question because it made me really happy. And it is, what would your dream place to perform be? Honestly, there's so many venues that I love, but I think my dream place to perform would be the Sunderland Empire, because even though I performed there so many times, because it's like my regional theatre, and I perform there like every year with my dance school, so even though I perform there so many times, like to be able to perform there as a professional, it would be so nice because I could like relive memories from when I was younger, but also get to like make new memories there, and I just think it would be really cool. But if it was like a bigger venue and one I hadn't been in, I would love to perform in the Her Majesty's Theatre because I think that theatre is just gorgeous. My lovely friend Chloe asked me, if you had to dye your hair a bright colour, what would it be? I thought I had to answer this because I am not the person who would ever dye their hair a crazy colour. That is so not me. But if I had to, I don't know if it classes as bright, but I would dye my hair red. Like a red that's like almost brown, like sort of an auburn sort of thing. I just would really like to try my hair red. So if I did dye my hair, it would be red. I don't know if it would look nice, but you know, YOLO. My amazing friend Millie asked me, who is your favourite YouTuber? I've got a lot of favourite YouTubers. I love watching Disney World vlogs. I love watching Sophie and Dave, Luke and Rich. I love watching anyone who does Disney World vlog basically. Carrie Hope Fletcher has always been one of my favourite YouTubers as well, so definitely her. But at the moment I really love watching Georgie Ashford's vlogs. She is an amazing musical theatre performer, and she also does a lot of videos for tips for performers, and I've found them really helpful, so I definitely recommend you check them out. And my other favourite YouTuber at the moment is obviously Jelliet, which is the lovely Georgia Louise and Elliot Clay, who do really good theme park videos and performer videos, and both of them are amazing, insane musical theatre performers as well. So definitely check out both of those channels. I'll even put a link in the description maybe, if I can work that out. This next question is based on the musical Six, which I'm a huge fan of. If you were a Six queen, which queen would you be, or which one do you relate to the most? So if I was in the show, I think I would love to play Boleyn. I think Boleyn's a really fun role. I also really like Howard. I think I probably relate to Boleyn the most because I feel like I'm a bit crazy but a bit sassy sometimes. I can't believe I just said that. So yeah, I think I'd be Boleyn. The amazing Millie Harrison asked me, what advice would you give your 13-year-old self? And I think that's such a good question because I was thinking, oh, 13 wasn't that long ago. But actually, that was a long time ago. That was 5, almost 6 years ago. And that would be my little secondary school self. So my advice to my secondary school self would be, cliche as it is, just stop caring so much what other people think of you. Like, I know it sounds so cliche, but honestly, it's your life, not theirs. Do what you love. Focus on yourself, because I think people in secondary school often, you're thinking about your image, and of course that's good to want to portray yourself in a good way, but you're so often trying to be something you're not. Just be unapologetically yourself, and you'll just go so much further in life if you just stop caring what other people think, because that's none of your business, frankly. My friend Melissa asked me, what are your favourite TV shows? I have quite a few, but my favourite of all time is always Glee. That is the most typical theatre kid answer ever, but it's just one of the best shows in the whole world. Rachel Berry is my icon. We have sailed through life together. It's been grand. I love Our Girl. It's one of my favourite shows ever. I only recently watched it. I had a huge binge over lockdown. And I just finished the recent series and it is incredible, and Michelle Keegan is an amazing actress, so I definitely recommend that. Other shows I love, Holby City I love, Casualty I love, Waterloo Road, amazing. And I also love Over the Rainbow, which was like 10 years ago. I recently rewatched it and it is so good. It is a theatre kid's dream. I watched it when I was like 8, watched it now, and I still love it just as much. So it's all on YouTube, so check it out. If you got stranded on a desert island with 3 people and you could choose them, who would they be? I mean, other than my family and friends, let's go for some celebrities. I think I would choose Sierra Boggess because she's my favourite performer, and for some inspiration, who else would I choose? Andrew Lloyd Webber, so that he could like play some tunes and we could have some like sing-along sessions. That would be really good. Imagine just like memory. The talent. And also maybe oh, it's a hard one. Darren Criss, because Darren Criss really. No, Jonathan Groff. Jonathan Groff. Emma asked me, who is your favourite musical theatre performer that you've met? So a few years ago I met Carrie Hope Fletcher, and honestly that just changed my life. She's like someone who I'd looked up to for a long time, watching her YouTube videos and like online performances. I think she is an incredible person and it was so good to be able to meet her. I met her at a book signing in 2018 I think, and then I saw her perform in Heathers later that year, and she is just the most insane talent ever. And yeah, she was really lovely to me. But honestly, I've met so many amazing performers, I could list a huge amount. I've never met a performer who hasn't been anything but lovely to me. Melissa asked me, where is the first place you're going after lockdown ends? I really don't know. I haven't actually thought about that. If shops are open, then I would definitely be at a shopping centre somewhere because I love shopping. But if not, I would love to be able to just go to my friend's house because I'm an only child, so I'm lacking a bit of banter, as they say. I'd love to go and see my friends and give them a hug. Oh, I miss my friends. Mwah. Love to all my friends out there. The lovely Ellie Bunting asked me, what is your favourite Disney park? If you don't know me, Disney World is one of my favourite things. Disney is just my life. I'm so grateful for the amount of times I've been able to go to Disney World. It is just my favourite destination, and oh, just thinking about the Disney parks brings me so much joy. I would have been going this year, but unfortunately that will not be happening because of Corona, but it's okay because I'll be back as soon as possible. It's just the most magical place. Anyway, to answer the question, sorry, took a huge detour there, that was emotional. To answer the question, my favourite Disney park, which is most people's least favourite, is Epcot. Not many people would think that. Magic Kingdom is definitely, I love Magic Kingdom, I love Animal Kingdom, I love Hollywood Studios, I love all of them. But Epcot has a special place in my heart. I don't know if it's the World Showcase, I love walking around World Showcase, but also I just love soaring. Spaceship Earth is my favourite ride ever. Loads of people hate it, but I love it. And I love Test Track as well. But there's something about Epcot, it just has a vibe that I love. I love just walking and seeing Spaceship Earth, the massive golf ball, and I love the music there, so I'd definitely say Epcot. The next question is from my lovely friend Holly English, who is just an amazing musical theatre performer. She asked me, when and how did you decide you wanted to train professionally? This is quite a hard question because I don't really feel like there's a specific point that I decided I wanted to train professionally. All my life I've known I wanted to perform on stage, and that's very cliche for like performers to say, but I can't think of a time when I didn't want to do that. I just feel like I've always wanted to perform on stage since I was little, and that's all I've ever done. I think there must have been a point when I realised you could actually, like, it was a career. Like when I realised it was an actual job that you could have and you could be paid to do what you love. That is very special. So yeah, I think the point I realised when I started to see shows when I was about 3 or 4, and then realised after seeing shows as I grew up, realised that's an actual job, then I knew that I definitely wanted to pursue it as a career. When I got a bit older, obviously seeing all the drama schools and stuff, I knew that being able to train in musical theatre, go to school for musical theatre, which I just have this huge passion for, is just so amazing. So it was, as I grew up, like I always knew I wanted to train professionally, but maybe I learned more about how I wanted to do that as I got older. But yeah, I think seeing shows has been the biggest influence on me wanting to train professionally, definitely. I love this question because, as I just said, Glee is one of my favourite shows. So at Brogan Halls on Twitter asked me, what is your favourite Glee cover? Honestly, I think the Glee covers are incredible. I am that girl who prefers the Glee cover to the original. But anyway, my favourite Glee cover is the Pretty Unpretty mashup with Quinn and Rachel. That is my favourite Glee cover ever. I think it is the most beautiful song and everyone should listen to it right now. Jacob on Instagram asked me, what are some of the most influential experiences that have led you to where you are today? And that is a deep one. I think seeing my first West End show was probably a huge, like, influential experience for me. Just, it's so magical, and of course seeing it in a regional theatre is just as magical, but there's something about the West End, it's so special. And I remember going to London and being with my family and just sitting in that seat, and when you hear the overture start, like, it just, you can feel it in your heart, and it just proved that I had such a passion for it. And when I saw it, I just knew that's what I had to do. So I think that's definitely an influential experience for me. I think just having incredible, amazing, supportive people in my life is just a huge influence for me. Like all the people who've believed in me, teachers throughout the years, musical theatre teachers, dance teachers, singing teachers, everyone who's believed in me and taking classes from them have been really influential for me. And having their support and just learning a lot and meeting also a lot of industry professionals, been very, very grateful for those experiences, first of all. But yeah, meeting people like Curry Ellis and Jodie Steele and people like that has been really influential, because you sort of hear firsthand what being in the theatre is like, working in theatre, and I think that's really good. And the last question is from Chloe Harrison, and she asked me, what are your 2020 goals? Now, I feel like with the corona situation, I've had a bit of a on my 2020 goals, but the year is not over yet. We are still able to smash our goals. So obviously, as I was saying, I'm starting training in September at Performance Preparation Academy in Guildford. So one of my biggest goals is to improve my dancing and acting skills, so that I become like a more all-rounded performer and much stronger performer. That is my biggest goal of all time. I think another goal is just to maintain a positive attitude, block out negativity, and just have a really good relationship like with myself. I think that's a really important goal. As like cliche and cringy as it sounds, I think everyone like wants to focus on that. So that's another 2020 goal of mine. Yeah, and one of my 2020 goals was to get into drama school, which I obviously did. So I'm lucky that I've already ticked one of my 2020 goals off the list. So that's the end of the video. I just want to say thank you so much to anyone who watched the whole video. It's my first video, so please don't be too hard on me. I will try and take all your advice on board. But if you did like it, it would mean the world to me if you could give it a little like and give me a comment in the comments down below, as the YouTubers say. And also, if you could subscribe, that would be a huge help. But yeah, thank you so much to anyone who sent in questions and just sent in some support for me making my first YouTube video. It just means the absolute world to me. And I'd love to see you in another video. I'll be posting more videos on the musical theatre world, my journey in the industry, positivity, anything else you want, maybe even some singing videos. Who knows? This could be a whole thing. I could be the next Zoella. Anyway, please give me a like, and I'll see you in my next video.